What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rinsing Trades for another episode. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about covered calls. What a covered call is, and basically what I do to create passive weekly income or monthly income for myself by using covered calls. So if you don't know what options are, or this is the first time you're getting in options or first time you've ever heard about covered calls, I've got other videos on various topics and basically a good starting point for most beginners. I have a complete playlist under my channel if you are getting started in options trading. A covered call is basically you are agreeing to sell 100 shares of a stock that you own or a option that you own at a specific price. So it's easier to talk about covered calls as if you already own the shares. Now you have to own 100 shares of a specific stock to be able to sell a covered call. And the reason being is because every option that's in the stock market, one contract is worth 100 shares. So basically, if you owned 100 shares of, say, Google stock, for example, then you would be able to sell a call option against those shares and receive a premium for doing so. So let's go ahead and jump into my portfolio. That way we can fully see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so as you can see here, this is my portfolio. It is currently about 2:45 Central Time. So the market is getting ready to close here in about the next 15 minutes because I'm an hour behind the New York City time. So let's go ahead and let's say that we owned 100 shares of Google. Okay, I don't own 100 shares of Google, but if I did, then this would be basically what, I would be able to sell a call for on Google. So with Google, you can see that right now the current price is $164. Let's just say that we own 100 shares of Google at $150 per share. So if right now we thought that, hey, I'd be willing to get rid of Google for, let's say, $175. So we own them at $150. We are willing to get rid of Google at $175. What we can do is we can open the option chain here. You can see I have selected sell call. That means I will be selling the call option. And if we go and open up the 175 strike, you can see that the delta is a 0.27. Basically what the delta is showing you is the percent chance that this will expire in the money. So usually what I do when I sell a covered call, I like to go at least 30 days out, so between 30 to 45 days out, and about a 0.3 delta. Now the reason I do that, like I explained in other videos, is because at a 0.3 delta and 30 to 45 days out, you're able to go a couple strikes out, and it's kind of like the best bang for the buck premium-wise, so at least from what I've found. So if we open up to June 20th, which from the current date of May 15th, is about 36 days from expiration. So June 20th, because it's the monthly option, it's the third Friday, that's when all the hedge funds are usually, acquiring and selling options. These usually have the most amount of volume on it. So I would open up the option chain, and you can see here that the 175 strike at the 0.27 delta is going to pay you about, the bid is $236 and the ask is $240. So that would mean that the price that we could probably get filled at is about $238. So basically what would happen is I would agree to sell Google at $175 a share, and that's 100 shares, right? I would be willing to sell them at $175, and I am going to collect $238 just to do that. So you could see that if you had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shares of something, maybe not Google, because Google is a little bit, more expensive, but let's take another example. Let's say RIVN, which is a little bit of a cheaper stock, and RIVN is actually a stock that I really like right now. You can see that I have 1,000 shares of RIVN. So let's just say, for example, if I had no covered calls against RIVN right now, we could go out, at least 30 days to June 20th, like we said earlier, and we could go for a 0.3 delta, which in this case is going to be about the 17.5. So in this case, if we did 10 of these, which would be against 1,000 shares, I could probably collect about $39 per contract, and that would equate to $390 of passive income I would collect just to say that I would sell Rivian at a price higher than it is currently. And that's why I love covered calls. Sometimes they can get kind of get deep into the weeds, and if the stock continued to rise, then you missed out on all that opportunity. But I look at it from a glass half full perspective, and I think, well, I locked in the win, therefore the win's the win. Move on, find the next play, and this is why I love covered calls, because you're able to not only create passive income for yourself, but you're able to kind of go hands off and just say, look, I'm willing to get rid of it at that price and pay me to do it. So anyway, guys, thanks so much. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my X. It's at Rensing Trades, same as my YouTube channel, and make sure you subscribe here. Comment if you enjoyed this video and what kind of content you'd like to see in the future. I love you guys. Thanks so much for all the support, and I'll catch you on the next episode.